This is Duke Nukem, and you're watching Tim's Tiny Arcade, mother effer.
Hello everybody, this is Tim from Tim's Tiny Arcade. Today I want to do a video on the Intellivision Lives. We're going to play this on the Xbox 360. It's backwards compatible on that. I'm pretty stoked about the Amico coming out. I ended up getting one of the Founders Editions. So I'll get that in October and get a few extra goodies with it. But I just wanted to play some Intellivision. In my last video, I talked about Night Stalker. We'll play some Night Stalker on this. You know, like I said in my last video, I grew up. I had an Atari 2600, but my neighbor had the Intellivision. And it was always awesome to go over there and play the Intellivision. Different graphics, different games. So kind of want to just touch base. We'll talk a little bit about the Amico maybe as I'm doing this video. But I want to definitely play a few of these games and show you some of the games on the Intellivision. So let's go check it out. Before we play the games, here's a look at the case. I ended up finding this pretty cheap a long time ago. I really haven't spent much time with this yet. And then the pamphlet inside. Real quick here, I just kind of wanted to touch base on this. It said here, the Intellivision console was introduced nationwide in 1980 by Mattel Electronics, priced at $299. That is going to be the same price as the Amico Founders Edition that I'm getting, which is, I think, kind of neat that they're going to be the same price. And on this page here, it says, 2 pictures are worth 1,000 words. That's a picture of George Plimpton. He was always known for advertising the Intellivision, and I know this is in black and white. I don't know how well you can see it, but on the left was Home Run for the Atari, and then their baseball game, just comparing what the graphics looked like on the two systems. The most you could have on the Atari was 3 players, and then on the Intellivision version of their Major League Baseball, you could have a full team out there. Definitely back then it was a big difference in their sports games for sure, and the graphics overall. On the back of this, it just lists some of the games that are of the 60 on there. Some of the ones that I'm more familiar with. Astro Smash, I remember playing that one. Space Armada, Night Stalker, some of the sports games I would play, the football, the Major League Baseball. So let's look at those. Anyway, let's just jump into some of the games and see what it looks like on the Xbox 360. All right, so the first game I'm playing here is Astro Smash for the Intellivision. It was this game was designed by John Soule and released by Mattel Electronics in 1981. So basically, you are this laser cannon, and you're trying to destroy all these meteors, bombs, targets. This game actually sold like 1 million copies back in the day. So this was one of the 5 best selling Intellivision games from that era. So a port of Astro Smash was released on the Atari 2600 under Mattel's M Network label. It was called Astro Blast. Also, the Intellivision Amico that's coming out later this October, which I've pre-ordered and will be getting, is going to have Astro Smash on it too. And they just recently came with that first look gameplay video on it, and it really looked amazing. Some of the differences in that one is looks like it's going to have 2-player, maybe more than that, but for sure 2-player. Had some different weapons that would shoot and be able to shoot the asteroids, and there was a UFO, which is in the original game. I think you can do that on this one here by like level 4 with some UFOs. You could also, in the Amico version, I noticed that if you were shooting some of the asteroids, you could bounce them up into the air, shooting them up instead of just automatically destroying them. But this is a game that I'm really looking forward to getting for the Amico. Arcade style shooters are my favorite games, and it looks like a pretty exciting game. All right, so the next game we're going to play is Night Stalker. Love this game. This is the game that I played probably more at my neighbor's house growing up in the 80s than any other game. So Night Stalker is a top-down maze shooter, and this came out in 1982. This was ported to the Atari 2600 and was known as Dark Cavern, and that was under the label Mattel's M Network. So basically, you're in this maze. There's no exits, and you got all these threats such as bats. There's spiders, and then there's robots. And so you start that off in the middle of the map. You have no weapons. So there'll be like a gun that'll flash. You got to go get your gun, and it can go to like 5 different random locations. You go pick it up, and each gun that you start off or that you get has like 6 bullets in it. And then once that you've used all that ammunition, there'll be another gun icon. You're going to have to go find that, and if you don't have it, you're going to have to be kind of stealthy getting to that gun. And then in the upper left corner, you'll see a spider web, and that's where the spiders spawn. In that area, your movement is kind of hindered, and the firepower is like heavily suppressed in that area, so it's kind of a strategic location on the actual map. Then you got your player bunker, which is there in the middle, and if you're in that, it's like a safe zone, and no damage can be taken inside there, but like some of the more advanced robots have firepower to destroy that area later on. The game has like one unchanging level. There's no music, but it has this awesome pulsing background beat that I love, hearing that sound of the game. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. This game is running around, strategic. It kind of, it's kind of like, I don't know, kind of like Berserk, but in a whole different feeling to this game than Berserk, because you run out of bullets and stuff, and you don't go from screen to screen just being in that one maze. So the Amico is going to also have Night Stalker coming out this October on it, and they also had a video, and I did a video on it myself. And this game's going to have 4 players. You can play co-op or competitive. The graphics on it were really good. Robots were fast, moving through the maze. When I saw that game, that's the game that said, I'm going to get the Amico. I mean, it looked that good. It's another arcade-style game, score-based game, and I love those type of games. And I think Intellivision Amico is going to be a super system. I own Xbox, Atari, Nintendo, all the systems, and I'm more excited about getting this Amico than I've been for a system in a long time. So can't wait till it comes out, and the Night Stalker game will be one of the first ones I actually purchase. All right, so the next game I'm going to play, Space Armada. This is just basically a clone of Space Invaders. Rows of bomb dropping aliens onto your planet, and you just got to protect it. You control a laser gun at the bottom of the screen, and basically the goal of this is to get as many points as possible, destroying the waves of aliens. I found this game to be pretty tough. My neighbor never owned this game, so I owned Space Invaders for the Atari 2600, and I played this, and I found this one a little more difficult than the Atari 2600 version. I love Space Invaders, so obviously I'm going to love this game. I just wasn't very good at it. All right, so the next game is Magic Carousel. This was a game that was unreleased on the Intellivision, and it used the IntelliVoice. You identify animals on the carousel and just follow the instructions given throughout this game. You score points by doing what the voice tells you to do. I didn't do very good at this game. I was having trouble with the stopping them at the right point or whatever. So you just got to choose the correct carousel animal, play the piano, drink some milk, answer a phone. This is just a learning game. I just had some fun playing this. I love the IntelliVoice on this game. But anyway, that was a quick look at that game. Also on the Intellivision Lives, they had some things where you could listen to some of the programmers, and I'll let you listen to one of the interviews right here.
Here I was, working for Mattel Toy Company, and Mattel had come out with this big innovation of open job posting, and I went down to the cafeteria, and there's this whole big bulletin board full of little 3x5 cards with jobs posted on them. First card I see, in the upper left-hand corner, says Senior Systems Programmer, design and develop handheld and video games. And I thought to myself, yeah? They're going to pay me to do this?
All right, guys, so that was a quick look at the Intellivision Lives, and I was playing that on my Xbox 360, but it's an actual Xbox game. It's just you can play certain games that are backwards compatible on your system. Like I said, there's 60 games on there. There was a lot of two-player games, especially the sports games, so I didn't play those. But I played a lot of those back in the day with my neighbor. We'd play the Major League Baseball, the football, and actually really fun games, and the graphics were good at the time compared to the Atari 2600. So anyway, guys, I hope you like this video. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I try to put out one video out every week if I can. But until next time, guys, I will talk to everybody later.